In this video, we'll show you how to use the Freehand Shapes tool. You can find the Freehand Shapes tool on the Digitize section of the Tools bar. If the icon is not visible, place the mouse cursor on top of the section to reveal all the tools and select the Freehand tool. When the tool is activated, it is like drawing with a pen. Left-click and hold while moving your mouse, and the mouse cursor acts like a pen. As soon as you release the mouse, this section is closed while the Freehand tool is still active. You can continue creating sections, all of which shall belong to the same object. In this way, you can keep adding sections that you want to be embroidered together. To finalize the created object, right-click once. As you can see, the created sections belong to the same object and they have connecting stitches, therefore they are embroidered together. If you want the objects to be separate, right-click and use the Break Apart option. Back to the original design, the Freehand tool remains active, but if you create any new part, it will be a separate object. You can also create lines. To do so, click once to define the starting point. Click once more to define the second point. Between these 2 points, a straight line is created. If you want to continue with an existing shape, point your mouse over the starting or ending point and you will see the cursor changing. Click once to continue with a straight line. Or click and drag to create a freehand shape. If a starting node meets an end node, then a closed shape is created. To release the tool, right-click once more. When the view of the grid is enabled, you may also enable the snapping on the grid. So, while creating any shape, the cursor snaps on the grid. If you press the Alt key, you may temporarily cancel the snapping on the grid. Likewise, if snapping is not enabled, you may hold the Alt key pressed down to temporarily enable the snapping of the grid. In brief, using the Alt key, you may temporarily change the snapping on the grid from enabled to disabled and vice versa. You can adjust the smoothness level from 0 to 10, using the up and down arrows from the keyboard or by entering the value you want. The closer to 10, the smoother the freehand drawing gets. If you set a value closer to 0, the curve will have a lot of nodes and its curvature will not be smooth. To create an object easier, hold the Shift key down while drawing to make the curve smoother. Finally, have in mind that you can easily create holes if you create any closed shape section on top of another. Explore the possibilities of the Freehand Shape tool to create unique designs.